Hello, beautiful people of this planet. You haven't seen or heard very much from me. I'm super full with the Astrologica membership. And if you're already part of this, you know what I'm talking about. There is a new moon coming tomorrow, and that is the topic of conversation for this particular video. You've probably already seen maybe if you're super into astrology, maybe some information about this, but there's a few topics that I want to touch on that I haven't really seen very much. So sit tight with me, okay? New moon always means sun is in the same sign as the moon, okay? So right now it's the sun in Aries, first sign of the zodiac, moon in Aries, first sign of the zodiac as well. If you know me well, you know that I celebrate January 1st, New Year, Chinese New Year shortly after, astrological New Year on the equinox in March, right, that we just had. And this is an unofficial New Year as well, okay, for many reasons. For one, every new moon is a new cycle, okay? It's a beginner moon. It's a beginner moon phase. Second, you have the first sign of the zodiac in both sun and moon position, okay? So from that, it's a beginner cycle. And of course, the sign of Aries is a cardinal sign. Cardinal signs, every sign has, an element like fire, water, earth, and air. And it also has a quality, modality, or mode, as we call them in astrology, and that is cardinal. Cardinal signs are beginner signs. Fixed signs are concentrator signs, and mutable, which are changer signs. This is a cardinal sign. New moon in the first sign of the zodiac. Talk about the mother of all beginners, okay? And this is the energy that is being provided to you. If you're part of our astrological membership and you have your Aries season guide, you know that this has been the energy that we've been dealing with, and you know in which part of your chart it falls and how this is activating you, okay? Hopefully you've done the part of your Aries season game plan. You've been working with your activations this entire time, this whole Aries season, and you're getting ready for the Taurus season guide that I'm preparing for you as we speak, okay? New moon. If you have your guide, you have your astro coaching questions for tomorrow night. If you don't, that's okay, and I welcome you to join us. It's only $9.99 a month, okay? And you get transits, coaching, access to me to answer your questions, etc. A ton of stuff, additional sacred stuff, tarot, runes, whatever, all these things that are additional and complementary. The link is here in the description. This new moon is the mother of all beginners. Okay, what is the configuration for this moon? Besides the sun being in Aries and the moon being in Aries, both starter signs, you also have Venus. They're joining us at 26 degrees, okay? The planet of love is joining us. The planet of love, Venus, and also Mercury joining us also in Aries are never too far away from the sun because they're the closest, the sun sign, because they're the closest to the sun, right? As you know, in the solar system. So they're always nearby. You also have Chiron, and if you're into astrology, you're probably very familiar with Chiron, which is the asteroid of the wounded healer. So there's healing taking place here. It's not the closest one right now. I believe Chiron is going to be at 9 degrees, and this lunation, this new moon is going to be at 22 degrees. It's a master number, okay? 22 is not a number that in numerology gets reduced to 4, because in numerology you're always adding the numbers and trying to get them to a single digit, except when you have 11, 22, 33, 44, and so on. Okay, so 22 is called a master number. If you don't understand numerology, you know that it's a very high vibration, and that's a whole other topic that we can talk about another time. And I will include some numerology in guides and seasons to come in the Astrologica membership, okay, in the guide. Because I know a lot of people ask me about numerology. So you have the sun, the moon, or the sun, the moon. You have Venus and you have Mercury, both in Aries as well. And you have Chiron, also has been in Aries and will continue to be in Aries for a while. So this is teaming up for a healing opportunity, right? Teaming up with the wounded healer asteroid that is always trying to trigger some healing within you, trying to trigger those wounds and trying to get you to see what you need to see to heal, to help others heal, to gain that medicine that's going to help you assist other people in whatever it was that you needed to learn so that you could in your own flesh and blood and experience, right? Knowledge is theory, wisdom is theory plus experience, so that you with your experience could help have like energy of healing for other people, okay? And help people understand why things happen with that particular topic. The more important part here is another asteroid that, if you're familiar with the asteroids in astrology, is one of the top 8. You know that in astrology you have thousands of asteroids. It's a whole other advanced level of astrology. If you want to study it, it's fascinating. Aries is one of the main asteroids in astrology, or one of the more popular, or one of the more known, and it is going to be about 3 degrees difference of our new moon. 19 degrees, therefore the most impacting one of this whole stellium. Stellium is just a group of planets or asteroids that are in the same sign, okay, close together, and therefore they're kind of affecting each other. So what is Aries and what does it stand for? Aries is the asteroid that is the mother asteroid. You can kind of equate it, if you're familiar with, you know, reference point for the planets and the signs, more like Cancer, okay? And you know that the moon rules Cancer, so that's like that kind of energy that already comes with the moon. It's the mother, it's the mothering, it's the nourishing, it's the nurturing, it's food, it's all of that. It is also mother lineage, mother wound, all the cultural stuff that we get from our moms, all of that societal, cultural concept that she grew up with, that she's passing on to us, that shapes who we become, which might be different to who we chose to be when we were in spirit coming into our incarnation. We were like, okay, I'm a spirit, I'm going to have a human experience. I want the experience to have A, B, and C characteristics. Therefore, in my chart, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have that, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. Get into my body. I'm born, childhood, beliefs pressed onto me, impressed onto me. From nobody wants to do you harm or anything like that, just from, you know, the surroundings and whatever those beliefs were there already in those people, okay? Those beliefs are shaping you. They may take you from, instead of going on this path, to slightly different on this path, and before you know it, rather than end up on this destiny, you're over here on this destiny, or maybe all the way over here, okay? And that is what we, you know, I think as astrologers try to do the most, is course correct you and let you know that doesn't matter. This was supposed to happen, great and everything. However, if you really tune into the energy that is there for you, that you chose, the colors, the tones, all the different nuances of what is available to you on an energetic level, you're going to feel so much more fulfilled. You're going to be, because you're going to be on path. You're not going to be off path, right? And this is nobody else's path but yours. So when we have a new moon that is a beginner moon, that is the mother lode of all initiation opportunities, of starter energy, of begin this project, launch this thing. As I told you in the guide, hey, launch that business. Hey, get out there and live. Hey, start doing all this stuff that you had pending. Do it. It's a fire sign, Aries, and it's an action sign, because not just by the nature of what Aries is, because Aries is the warrior and it wants to get out there and do stuff. It's a fire sign. Fire signs are about action, okay? So we have Aries in here. And so what this brings as a stellium, as a compendium of planets and asteroids and energy, is an opportunity for you to really work on yourself and to heal anything that comes from the lineage of the mother. And by the mother, I don't just mean your mom. I mean the culture, society, the grandparents, all these things that maybe have been present within you that you thought were you, but are really not. And for you to start to do what Aries does best, take care of this person, yourself, okay? Aries has a bit of a, you know that signs always have a lower frequency or a higher frequency. You can tap into and express the sort of the lower frequency of the sign, or you can tap into and express the higher frequency. The higher frequency is self-love. The lower frequency obviously is selfishness and ego and stuff. Forget that part, okay? Especially if you are a mother, if you're a woman. Unfortunately, in our society, it's like you should think about everybody else except for you. You should be taking care of everybody else, but not yourself, because that's selfish. Why are you being so selfish? Or you're being a biatch, right? Or you're being bossy. What's wrong with you? This is where we do away with all of those concepts. And if you're a man and you think that this does not affect you, absolutely affects you. You have feminine energy within you. We are all yin and yang, and we all are interacting, our energy fields are interacting with each other's energy fields. And together, all together, we make a whole compendium of energy for this planet. The minute I shift my energy and I accept, for example, that feminine energy needs to have its own place as well, that we need to value it and respect it and all this stuff, things start to shift for everybody. And the minute that I, as a man, if I am a man and I hear somebody say, oh, because women, the minute that I begin to accept those concepts, that's the minute I begin to allow myself to get in touch with my feminine side, that more subtle side, that yin side, that side that we all have, but maybe you have repressed, okay? So this affects everybody. It's not a gender thing, it's a love thing, it's a frequency thing. Everything is a frequency thing. Nothing is what it seems here. It's not about physical stuff. It's about energy. And that's what we talk about on this channel, okay? And when we talk about astrology, that's what we're referring to. We're not referring to like, oh, and I'm a this because of that, and, you know, witchcraft and whatever. I'm not interested in any of that. I'm interested in your level of energy and how do you raise your energy and how do you make use of the energy available to you right now so that you can really create the life that was meant for you. Because there was a life that's meant for you. You may be off path. Let's get you on that path so that you can be the superstar that you came to be. You're made of stars. You are a superstar. Okay? You may be just not shining that flag. Okay? So, Aries, this opportunity, this new moon, whether you are part of the AstroLogika membership and you have your guide and you have your question of astro coaching, you can ask me questions or whatever, or you're not, get your pen and paper, start clearing out some limiting beliefs, start creating the life that you want. Use the energy of this new moon for this. Understand that it comes packed with the energy of all the lineage of the mother. There's this whole thing called the mother wound, but all the lineage of the mother side of things, okay? Your culture, which passes through to you through your mother, because it's the person that you spend traditionally most of your time with when you're young, because you're dependent upon, you know, her body for nourishing, you came from her body, etc. You have that energetic bond through the umbilical cord, and therefore this is the way that it was designed. And so you get most of your concepts, your beliefs and all that stuff from this amazing being, okay, who loves you so much and may at the same time have some very outdated content within her. And it's not just beliefs. I call it imposter content, and I call it content in general because it's beliefs, it's unprocessed emotional energy, unprocessed trauma, okay? It's many things that she's passing on to you, not just verbally and through example by what she does, but also through her energy. And this is also reflected in society, and it's reflected through your dad as well, and the beliefs he got from his lineage, and what he, you know, is passing on to you may also be outdated. So this is always a self-check job. And the new moon in Aries is a self-check point, okay? New moons are always starting points. This one is the biggest starting point of the year. How do you want to start your year? If you haven't taken advantage of Q1, okay, first 90 days, you're already in Q2. What have you done? A ton of people are like, well, we're in a pandemic, the worst time of our lives or whatever. You understand that at the worst time of people's lives, financially, etc., economy, blah, 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 is when some of the best ideas have come, some of the biggest companies have been launched, etc. I'll tell you personally, 2020, during a pandemic, etc., and all this stuff, has been one of the best financial years of my life, if not the best, okay? From the comfort of my home, within a pandemic, in a quarantine. So there are really no excuses. There are no excuses for any human being that wants to do what it needs to do to get what it truly wants, okay? Even if you can't identify what it is that I want, I don't know what it is, I'm so out of touch, I don't know what it is, doesn't matter. You can get there if you just want to open up to do the work, Okay, because a lot of us are out of touch with what we want. How can I even get there? Fine. Start by identifying the things that you don't like right now, you don't want, and flip that into what you think you may want based on that. Test it out, refine from there. Simple as that. Okay, how do I get on a different path? Do your inner work. Nothing is going to shift on the outside if you are not shifting on the inside. I think a lot of us that are in the coaching industry or astrologers or whatever, maybe anybody that's in personal development or healer or light work or trying to help this planet get to where it's supposed to be, is going to repeat and repeat and rinse and repeat. If you don't change, nothing changes. It's just the way it is. So if you want to really take the reins of your life and command of your life, you want to understand how to shift gears, how to change paths and get onto your path, your higher destiny, your higher frequency vibrations, more along the lines of what you envisioned for yourself, do the work. And if you want to do the work with us, I invite you to join us. The AstroLogika membership is only $9.99 a month for transits, working with your charts, game plan for the season, coaching with me, because you can get into the platform where you download your Astro Guide PDF and you can ask me questions and I reply all questions all the time. Okay? No excuses. This is your invitation. The link is below. Sign up now. You're still in time for all the Aries season work that you can do. And I'm right now preparing the Taurus season guide for those of you who are already in. And if you're already in, I congratulate you on joining us in this self-work. And interestingly enough, Taurus season is going to be self-worth, okay? Self-work initiative. Aries is all about focusing on your self-development, your self-love, your self-care. All of the stuff that you need in order to be able to take care of other people. We just had the full moon in Libra and the topic was relationships, and there is no way you can have a healthy relationship to other people if you don't have a healthy relationship to you, within you. Everything outside of you is a reflection of what's going on within you. If something is dysfunctional, something is dysfunctional within you, and it's up to you and only you to fix that, heal that, realign that. Dissolve that, open that, okay? It's fascinating stuff because people are like, oh God, but it's overwhelming. It's not overwhelming because here's the thing, and I feel you, okay? I feel you that at times it might feel like a lot. Sometimes I'm curled up in my bed and I'm like, why? We all get that way. And then we're like, why? Because you're supposed to take care of it. All right, get out of bed and do something about it. This is your challenge. People love challenges nowadays. Challenge on. Are you going to accept it? Well, we invite you to join us with the AstroLogika guide and membership. Get in there and get in the platform. Ask me the questions that you want to ask me so that you can get to the place that you need to get to in order to have the best financial year of your life, the best relationship of your life, the healthiest year, etc. Whatever it is that you may want to do with your next, the next 9 or 8 months that we have left in the year. Okay? I'm preparing all this information just for you so that you can really, really get there. And my commitment with the world is I'm here to do stuff to help people get to where they really need to be so that we can all live in that frequency of joy and that frequency of peace and that frequency of, joy, because you're really enjoying and you're aligned with what you're supposed to be. You chose as a spirit to be aligned with, okay? Which is unique and different to all of us. It's unique to you. Your chart tells you a lot about this. At peace because you know that you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. Okay? And the frequency of love, which is the frequency of really being like right place, right time, and sharing all of the best that you have to share with everybody else. Simple. Not easy, simple. Okay? And it's my job to make it easy for you. And that's what we're going to do. So, new moon in Aries at 22 degrees Aries, joined by Venus, joined by Mercury, joined by Chiron, joined by Ceres, most importantly, the mother asteroid. You're going to be healing some themes with your mother lineage, which is the most impacting source of nourishment and content that you have built your sense of self based on. Is it that solid foundation that you need to love yourself, to care for yourself, to have that self-worth, to own who you are, to honor yourself, and to then express yourself to the world exactly as you are. Authenticity, right? Which is what we aim for. Authentic is the new enlightenment. If not, we got some work to do. Tomorrow, April 11th, if you're seeing this on Saturday when I'm posting it, tomorrow, Sunday, April 11th at 7-ish at night, the information is in the AstroLogika guide. New moon at 22 degrees, sun will be in Aries, moon will be in Aries, so new moon in 22 degrees Aries. Great opportunity to start the year. This is a new cycle to start this year with a ton of healing, clearing out some stuff from your, one of the highest percentage of cultural, social, and parental training, and to see what serves and to release what doesn't. Okay? Do the work, and this entire planet is here to support you, and so am I. If you choose to join us for AstroLogika, I will see you in the platform. The link to sign up is below, and I look forward to interacting with you and helping you in getting back on your path, healing, whatever it is that you need to do. There's a ton of information that's going to come in there. It's not just about astrology. We have, tarot runes and a lot of other stuff that's going to be coming your way. Okay? Many, many blessings. Let's all hold hands and do the work, and let's do this. Let's just do this, and let's get this planet where it needs to be. Tons of love.